Talk, what if I told you that the same routine helping you lose stubborn belly fat could also unclog your pores and clear those frustrating blackheads? It sounds almost too good to be true, but the connection between fasting and skin health runs deeper than most people realize. As a board-certified dermatologist, I've seen how what happens inside your body shows up directly on your skin, and fasting is one of the most fascinating examples of that link. When you fast, your body doesn't just burn fat for energy, it also shifts into repair mode. Inflammation levels drop, hormones begin to rebalance, and your skin's oil production becomes more controlled. And that means fewer breakouts, less congestion, and a healthier barrier overall. It's like giving your skin a reset from the inside out. Now, here's where it gets even more interesting. Fasting activates a process called autophagy, your body's built-in detox and renewal system. During autophagy, your cells literally clean house, removing damaged proteins and toxins that contribute to both aging and inflammation. This same mechanism that helps you shed fat can also help clear out the debris that leads to clogged pores and dull, congested skin. In today's video, I'm reacting to a few popular claims about fasting for skin health and sharing the Fighty-One fasting trick that not only supports fat loss but also promotes a visibly clearer, smoother complexion. Whether you're doing intermittent fasting, extended fasts, or just curious how your eating patterns affect your skin, this will give you a dermatologist's take grounded in real science. Have you ever noticed your skin looking clearer during fasting? Comment below. I'd love to hear your experience. When you watch videos showing people's skin becoming visibly clearer during fasting, it can look almost magical, like their complexion just resets overnight. But there's actually a lot of science happening beneath the surface. As a dermatologist, I find this fascinating because fasting isn't just a weight loss strategy. It's a biological signal that tells your body to shift from growth to repair. When you enter a fasting state, your insulin levels drop, and your body starts using stored fat for fuel. But at the same time, something much more powerful begins, a process called autophagy. Think of autophagy as your body's internal cleanup crew. It's when your cells start breaking down and recycling damaged proteins, old organelles, and toxins that build up over time. This process isn't just good for your overall health, it's incredible for your skin. When cellular waste decreases, inflammation reduces, and your skin can function more efficiently, repairing damage, regulating oil production, and maintaining a healthy barrier. One of the biggest culprits behind blackheads and acne is as oxidative stress, essentially microscopic inflammation that leads to overproduction of sebum and clogged pores. Fasting helps calm that internal stress response. When inflammation markers like CRP and cytokines go down, your sebaceous glands don't get overstimulated. The result, less oil buildup, fewer blockages, and visibly clearer pores. This is why some people notice their skin feels smoother or less greasy after a few days of controlled fasting. Now, a common myth I hear all the time is that fasting equals starving, and that couldn't be further from the truth. Starvation stresses the body and harms your skin, while structured fasting, when done safely, is about Alzheimer's timing, not deprivation. During a healthy fast, your body gets a break from constant digestion, allowing it to direct energy toward repair and detoxification instead of processing food all day. That pause gives your liver and gut time to clear toxins more efficiently, and when your internal detox pathways work better, your skin doesn't have to pick up the slack. Remember, your skin is one of your largest detox organs. If your system is overloaded, your skin often becomes the exit route for waste, showing up as blackheads, dullness, or breakouts. This is also why people who struggle with oily or acne-prone skin often see improvement when they start intermittent fasting. Insulin spikes from frequent eating can drive up androgen hormones, which stimulate oil production. When you fast, insulin and IGF-1 levels drop, helping to balance those hormones naturally. That hormonal balance keeps your sebaceous glands calmer and your pores clearer. It's one of those inside-out effects that you can't see immediately but becomes obvious after a week or two. Your skin texture smooths out, redness fades, and pores seem less congested. Let's also talk about a cell renewal. Skin cells regenerate about every 28 days, but when you're in a constant state of inflammation or metabolic stress, that renewal process slows down. Fasting helps your skin catch up. During autophagy, your body removes old or malfunctioning skin cells and stimulates new, healthier ones to replace them. This turnover not only keeps your skin looking fresher, but also helps prevent the buildup of dead cells that lead to blackheads and rough texture. You're essentially improving your skin's natural exfoliation from within. Another point worth mentioning is how fasting impacts hydration and the skin barrier. Many assume fasting will make their skin dry out, but that's not usually the case if you're hydrating properly. When your body becomes more metabolically efficient, it conserves water better. Talk inflammation-driven water retention drops so your skin can appear tighter, more refined, not puffy or congested. Of course, drinking enough water and maintaining electrolytes is key. Dehydration can easily negate these benefits. From a dermatologist's perspective, what's most exciting about fasting is how it supports homeostasis, that perfect internal balance where your hormones, microbiome, and skin all work in sync. Studies show fasting reduces levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, which can otherwise trigger breakouts and oil production. It also supports better sleep and digestion, two underrated pillars of clear skin. When your gut flora is balanced, your skin's immune system functions better, leading to fewer flare-ups and faster healing. Now, none of this means fasting is a cure-all. Everyone's skin responds differently, especially if you have underlying conditions like eczema, rosacea, or hormonal acne. But when fasting is done mindfully, with proper nutrition during eating windows, it can be a simple, natural way to enhance both metabolic and skin health simultaneously. So when you see someone's fasting glow, it's not just a filter or coincidence. It's the visible result of cellular cleanup, reduced inflammation, and hormone balance working together. The body and skin are always in communication. Fasting just gives them a chance to realign. Do you feel your skin gets less oily when you skip breakfast or fast longer? Comment below. I'd love to hear how fasting affects your complexion. When you watch a clip about hormonal acne, it's easy to think the problem starts and ends with your skin. But as a dermatologist, I can tell you that what's happening beneath the surface, especially in your hormones, is often the real driver. And that's exactly where fasting becomes such an interesting tool. Fasting doesn't just affect your weight or metabolism. It reshapes your hormonal landscape in ways that can dramatically reduce breakouts and balance oil production. Let's start with insulin. One of the most powerful hormones influencing your skin. Every time you eat, especially sugary or processed foods, your insulin levels spike to help shuttle glucose into your cells. But when insulin stays high too often, your body can develop insulin resistance, meaning your cells stop responding efficiently. To compensate, your body produces even more insulin, and that excess triggers a cascade of skin effects. It stimulates androgens, all male hormones present in both men and women, and increases the sebum production in the sebaceous glands. That combination, high insulin, high androgens, and oily skin, is the perfect setup for clogged pores and acne flare-ups. Now, here's where fasting changes everything. When you fast, your body gets a break from constant insulin spikes. Your insulin levels naturally fall and your cells regain sensitivity over time. This balance reduces androgen stimulation and slows down oil production. The result, fewer clogged pores, less inflammation, and calmer skin overall. It's like taking the pressure off your sebaceous glands. They no longer feel the need to overproduce oil. To visualize it, imagine your hormonal system as a series of switches. When you eat constantly, especially late into the night, the insulin switch stays turned on, keeping the oil production switch activated. But fasting flips that circuit off, letting your skin cool down and recover. That's why many people notice fewer breakouts when they stick to consistent eating windows. And speaking of late night snacking, have you ever noticed your skin breaking out more after a week of heavy, late meals? That's not your imagination. Late night eating spikes insulin at a time when your body should be winding down. This disrupts your circadian rhythm, throws off cortisol patterns, and keeps your skin in a mild inflammatory state. When you fast overnight, however, insulin and cortisol stabilize, giving your body the quiet, steady environment it needs for skin repair. Let's touch on cortisol, the stress hormone. Cortisol naturally rises in the morning and falls at night, but poor sleep, emotional stress, or erratic eating schedules can make it spike unpredictably. Chronically high cortisol leads to more inflammation, slower healing, and even increased sebum output. Fasting, particularly when it's structured and mindful, can help bring cortisol back into rhythm. That doesn't mean fasting eliminates stress, but it teaches your body to manage energy more efficiently, reducing the internal stress load that often shows up on your skin. Now, androgens like testosterone and DHEA are another big factor in hormonal acne. These hormones stimulate the sebaceous glands and thicken the skin's outer layer, perfect conditions for blackheads and cystic breakouts. High insulin amplifies androgen activity. But when fasting reduces insulin, it indirectly lowers the androgen effect too. Women with polycystic ovary syndrome, PCOS, who often experience hormonal acne, sometimes notice visible improvement in their skin after incorporating fasting routines that support better insulin balance. The fascinating part is that fasting doesn't suppress hormones, it just rebalances them. Your body shifts from constantly storing energy to efficiently using it. Estrogen and progesterone stabilize, cortisol becomes more predictable, and the insulin-androgen connection weakens. It's a gentle hormonal reset that you can see reflected in your skin, smoother texture, less oil, and fewer inflammatory pimples. Think of it this way: when your hormones are in harmony, your skin behaves predictably. When they're chaotic, your skin becomes unpredictable, more shine, more clogged pores, and sudden breakouts. Fasting helps restore that harmony by giving your body the metabolic space to reset. It's also important to mention that this process isn't immediate. You might not see changes after 1 or 2 fasts, but over several weeks, your insulin and cortisol patterns begin to stabilize and your skin follows suit. Some people even report a detox breakout early on, a temporary flare-up as your body adjusts to new hormone levels, but that often clears as balance is restored. And while fasting can be transformative, it's not about extremes. Long, harsh fasts can elevate cortisol too much, doing the opposite of what you want. The sweet spot is consistency. Shorter fasting windows like 14 to 16 hours daily paired with balanced, nutrient-rich meals during eating periods. This keeps your hormones in check without stressing your system. So, when we look at hormonal acne through this lens, fasting becomes more than a trend. It's a tool that works from the inside out, calming the chaos that drives breakouts. It helps your skin reflect a body that's finally balanced. Would you like me to make a video breaking down fasting by skin type? Let me know below. I think you'd be surprised how differently oily, dry, and combination skin can respond to fasting. When you see a clip showing someone's dramatic before and after skin detox journey during fasting, it's tempting to think it's all smooth sailing. Glowing skin, fewer breakouts, an instant transformation. But as a dermatologist, I want to remind you that the first few weeks of fasting can bring noticeable skin changes that are completely normal. Even if they seem confusing at first, if your skin's freaking out, it's adjusting, not rebelling. When you begin fasting, your body enters a powerful repair phase. Insulin levels drop, inflammation starts to calm, and detox pathways begin to open up. But as your system shifts from constant digestion to cellular cleanup, you might experience what we call as detox or purging phase. This happens because fasting activates autophagy, your body's self-cleaning mechanism. Damaged cells, toxins, and waste products that were stored in tissues start circulating so they can be removed. And some of that detox process can temporarily show up on your skin. During this phase, you might notice small whiteheads, increased oiliness, or mild congestion. It's easy to mistake that for new acne, but it's usually your skin accelerating its renewal cycle. Your pores are literally clearing out debris that's been sitting deeper in the skin. The difference between purging and true breakouts lies in how and where it appears. Purging tends to happen in areas where you typically break out, clears faster, and doesn't leave deep cysts or long-lasting scars. Real acne, on the other hand, forms from new blockages and inflammation triggered by ongoing imbalances. So if your skin looks worse before it looks better, it's not a setback, it's a sign your body is adapting. This phase usually lasts 1 to 3 weeks, depending on your diet, hydration, and how well your liver and gut are processing the detox load. Remember, fasting isn't just about not eating, it's about supporting your body while it's cleaning house internally. Hydration is absolutely crucial during this stage. When you fast, your body releases stored glycogen, and with it, you lose water and electrolytes. If you're not replenishing properly, your skin can look dull, tight, or irritated. Water helps flush out the toxins that autophagy releases, but you also need minerals like sodium, magnesium, and potassium to keep your cells hydrated. A simple tip, add a pinch of pink salt or electrolyte mix to your water during fasting hours to help balance hydration without breaking your fast. Your liver plays a central role in this detox phase. It's responsible for metabolizing hormones, filtering toxins, and processing fatty acids, all of which directly affect your skin. Supporting your liver function through gentle nutrition during eating windows makes a big difference. Focus on antioxidant-rich foods like berries, leafy greens, and cruciferous vegetables like broccoli or kale. These contain compounds that help the liver convert fat-soluble toxins into water-soluble forms that can be easily excreted. That means fewer toxins circulating through your skin, less inflammation, and fewer breakouts. From a dermatologist perspective, maintaining your skin barrier is non-negotiable during fasting. Because your body is adjusting to lower insulin and fluctuating hydration levels, your barrier, the outermost layer that locks in moisture, can become temporarily compromised. Use gentle, non-stripping cleansers and focus on barrier-repairing ingredients like ceramides, niacinamide, and hyaluronic acid. Avoid over-exfoliating during the detox phase. Your skin is already renewing itself faster from within, so adding too much friction or acid can create unnecessary irritation. Another tip I give my patients, simplify your skincare. During fasting-induced detox, your skin's needs are different. Instead of layering multiple actives, stick to a routine that soothes and protects. A mild cleanser, a lightweight hydrating serum, and a nourishing moisturizer are enough. Think of your skincare as support, not correction. Your body's already doing the heavy lifting internally. Talk. It's also completely normal to experience temporary skin dryness or flakiness as oil production adjusts. When insulin levels stabilize and sebum output slows, your skin might feel a little off balance for a while. You can manage this by using an occlusive moisturizer at night or adding a facial oil like squalane to lock in hydration. This ensures your skin barrier stays intact while your body recalibrates internally. The emotional side of this phase deserves attention too. When you're excited about fasting and suddenly experience more blemishes, it can feel discouraging, but understanding the physiology behind it helps. Your skin is the last organ to reflect internal balance, meaning that by the time you see clarity on the surface, your body has already made major internal improvements. That initial purge is simply the bridge between imbalance and renewal. As fasting continues and your metabolism stabilizes, you'll notice your skin texture improving, redness fading, and oil production leveling out. That's when the glow begins, not because of a topical product, but because your body's systems are finally communicating efficiently again. The detox phase is temporary, but the benefits last far longer when you support your body with hydration, rest, and mindful nutrition. So, if you're seeing your skin go through that messy middle right now, don't panic. It's part of the process. Be patient, stay hydrated, and treat your skin kindly. You're not breaking out because fasting is bad for your skin. It's because your body is resetting from the inside out. Have you ever broken out when starting a new diet or detox? Tell me below. I'd love to hear what your skin went through during that transition. When you watch a clip showing someone combining fasting with their skincare routine, it's easy to see why people love the idea. Fasting cleanses the inside while skincare supports the outside. As a dermatologist, I think this combination can be incredibly effective when done correctly. The key is understanding that your skin's needs shift during fasting, especially as your hydration levels, hormone balance, and oil production change. If you align your skincare with your fasting rhythm, you can amplify that detox glow instead of stressing your skin. During fasting, your body conserves energy for cellular repair and detoxification, which means your skin is also in recovery mode. The focus should be on hydration, barrier support, and inflammation control. Start with a Est gentle hydrating cleanser, something that removes surface oils and impurities without stripping your barrier. Cleansers with ingredients like glycerin, ceramides, or oat extract are ideal. Avoid foaming cleansers with strong surfactants. They can disrupt your microbiome, especially when your body's already in a cleansing state. After cleansing, reach for niacinamide. It's one of the most dermatologist-approved ingredients during fasting phases. Niacinamide helps regulate sebum production, reduces redness, and strengthens the skin barrier. It also works synergistically with fasting's anti-inflammatory benefits, calming the skin and supporting repair. A lightweight niacinamide serum, around 5%, is perfect for morning or evening use. Next, bring in antioxidants. When your body is breaking down old cells through autophagy, there's often a temporary surge in oxidative stress. Antioxidants like vitamin C, green tea extract, or resveratrol help neutralize free radicals and protect your skin from environmental damage. Think of it as balancing the internal detox with external defense. If you're fasting for longer windows or doing intermittent fasting daily, antioxidants keep your skin resilient through those cellular changes. Now, one common mistake people make during fasting is over-exfoliating. It's tempting to want to speed up the skin renewal process, especially if you're seeing some purging. But remember, your body's already doing internal exfoliation through cellular turnover and detox. Adding too many scrubs or acids can damage the moisture barrier, leading to dryness or irritation. During fasting, I recommend limiting exfoliation to once or twice a week, preferably chemical exfoliants like azelaic acid or PIA, which are gentler than glycolic acid or physical scrubs. Hydration becomes your skin's lifeline during fasting. When your glycogen stores deplete, your body releases water, and dehydration can quickly reflect on your face as tightness or dullness. To counter that, focus on hydration both inside and out externally. Use humectant-rich moisturizer with ingredients like hyaluronic acid or beta-glucan to draw water into your skin. Internally, make sure you're drinking enough water and adding electrolytes. Fasting doesn't mean skipping minerals. A pinch of sea salt or a sugar-free electrolyte mix helps maintain your body's fluid balance. For deeper nourishment, include raw omega fatty acids, either through supplements or skincare. Topical oils like squalane or rosehip oil help reinforce your barrier and prevent transepidermal water loss. While dietary omega-3s reduce systemic inflammation and support smoother skin from within. During fasting periods, especially if you're prone to dryness or sensitivity, these healthy fats are your best ally. Let's also talk about our circadian rhythm, because fasting and skin recovery are both tied to timing. Your skin follows a natural day-night cycle. It protects during the day and repairs at night. Aligning your fasting window with that rhythm enhances results. For example, stopping meals a few hours before bed allows your insulin and cortisol levels to drop earlier, giving your skin more time to regenerate overnight. That's why many dermatologists recommend overnight recovery routines. Your skin is literally more receptive to hydration and repair while you sleep. When you're fasting, your skin might feel more sensitive to active ingredients like retinoids or acids. If that happens, simplify your routine temporarily. Use your strongest actives on non-fasting days or during your eating window when your body's more metabolically stable. Think of fasting skincare as minimalistic but targeted cleanse, hydrate, protect. Save the intensive treatments for later. Another underrated aspect is sun protection. Even though fasting improves inflammation and can make your skin appear calmer, your barrier can still be more vulnerable during detox phases. A broad spectrum SPF 30 or higher every morning is non-negotiable. Look for mineral sunscreens with zinc oxide or titanium dioxide. They're gentler and less likely to irritate during fasting. A practical example, imagine you're doing a 16-8 fasting schedule, eating between noon and 8 p.m. In the morning, your skin's still in fasting mode, so use a hydrating cleanser, a niacinamide serum, and sunscreen. Around your first meal, your body starts replenishing nutrients. So that's a great time to apply antioxidants or retinoids in the evening. Your skin's getting both internal and external nutrition. Consistency is what brings visible results. Fasting helps your body reset, and skincare helps your skin adapt smoothly. When they're done together, mindfully, without overdoing actives, you create harmony between your metabolism and your complexion. The bottom line, fasting and skincare aren't separate. They're complementary systems of detox and renewal. Your body clears internally, and your skin maintains balance externally. Listen to your skin. If it feels tight, hydrate more. If it feels calm, maintain the routine. Over time, this synergy produces that unmistakable fasting glow, clear, balanced, and naturally radiant. What's your go-to product during fasting or detox days? I'd love to know what helps your skin stay balanced when your body's in reset mode. When you watch a time-lapse or transformation video of someone's fasting journey, what stands out most isn't just the fat loss, it's the change in their skin. That natural glow, reduced redness, and smoother texture tell a deeper story about what's happening inside their body. As a dermatologist, I find it fascinating how fasting, originally known for metabolic benefits, can have such a powerful anti-inflammatory and anti-aging effect on the skin. It's one of those rare practices that aligns internal health with visible radiance. Let's start with the science. Inflammation is one of the biggest drivers of both acne and skin aging. Every pimple, fine line, or dull patch of skin has some connection to oxidative stress when unstable molecules called free radicals damage cells and collagen. Fasting helps lower that inflammation at its source by reducing insulin spikes, calming the immune response, and activating cellular repair processes. When you stop eating for a period of time, your body doesn't just go into energy-saving mode, it shifts into autophagy, the deep cleaning phase where cells remove damaged proteins and recycle them into new, healthy components. That process dramatically reduces oxidative stress, which means less redness, fewer flare-ups, and a stronger skin barrier. Over time, this internal reset leads to fewer breakouts and a more youthful complexion. When inflammation is high, your skin's repair mechanisms slow down, collagen fibers break down faster, and pigment cells go into overdrive, causing spots and uneven tone. But when inflammation drops, your skin finally gets a chance to rebuild. That's where you start to see that smoother texture and even glow that fasting fans talk about. From a dermatologist's perspective, fasting mimics some of the same benefits we aim for with topical treatments. Take a niacinamide, for example. It reduces redness, strengthens the barrier, and lowers inflammation. Fasting does something similar, but from within it decreases inflammatory cytokines circulating in the bloodstream, which can reduce acne flare-ups and even conditions like rosacea. Likewise, retinoids, the gold standard for anti-aging, work by speeding up cell turnover and boosting collagen. Fasting complements that by improving the body's ability to repair collagen naturally. So while skincare works topically, fasting strengthens the foundation those products rely on, your cellular environment. Another key benefit of fasting is how it improves our mitochondrial efficiency. Your mitochondria are the powerhouses of your cells, including skin cells. When they work efficiently, your skin produces energy more effectively, leading to better tone elasticity and resilience. During fasting, your body replaces old, damaged mitochondria with newer ones, a process called autophagy. This rejuvenation helps maintain your skin's vitality and slows visible aging. Let's also talk about how fasting supports collagen repair. Chronic inflammation breaks down collagen through enzymes called MMPs, matrix metalloproteinases. These enzymes get activated when your body is under oxidative stress from poor diet, lack of sleep, or constant blood sugar fluctuations. Fasting helps regulate those enzymes by lowering inflammation and stabilizing blood sugar. That means collagen can rebuild faster than it breaks down. You may not notice it overnight, but after a few weeks, your skin starts to feel firmer, plumper, and more even. If you've ever struggled with lingering redness or post-aping marks, fasting's impact on inflammation can make a big difference. When the immune system calms down, healing accelerates, your skin retains moisture better, pigment evens out, and that persistent blotchiness begins to fade. Many people describe this as a natural filter effect. Their skin just looks clearer and calmer without makeup or harsh products. The glow that people notice after consistent fasting isn't just about detoxification. It's a reflection of lower oxidative damage and balanced hormones. Reduced insulin and cortisol mean less oil overproduction and fewer inflammatory breakouts. The balance of these hormones also helps regulate hydration so your skin looks dewy instead of greasy. That's the beauty of fasting. It's not about restriction, but restoration. Another interesting point is that fasting supports the gut-skin axis, the communication channel between your digestive system and your skin. Inflammation in the gut often shows up as inflammation on the face. When fasting gives your digestive system a break, it allows beneficial bacteria to flourish and reduces the production of toxins that can trigger skin problems. Healthier gut bacteria lead to fewer systemic inflammatory signals, which translates to clearer, more balanced skin tone. When comparing fasting's internal benefits to external skincare, the results are striking. While topical products can only penetrate so far, fasting improves skin quality from the inside out. It's like tending to the roots of a plant rather than just polishing the leaves. You still need a good skincare routine, gentle cleansing, antioxidant protection, and sunscreen, but fasting creates the ideal environment for those products to work more effectively. The transformation you see in those time-lapse videos isn't just surface-level improvement, it's biology in action. The reduction in puffiness, the more defined contours, and the radiant texture all come from inflammation quieting down and collagen production catching up. That's what gives fasting its anti-aging edge. Your skin is no longer fighting constant oxidative stress, so it can finally focus on renewal. Of course, moderation is key. Overly long fasts or dehydration can stress the body and counteract these benefits. The goal isn't to push your limits, but to find a rhythm that supports balance. Intermittent fasting, something as simple as a 14-16 hour window, is enough to trigger most of these positive effects without overburdening your system. When done safely, fasting becomes more than a wellness habit. It's a skin longevity practice. It helps you age gracefully by addressing the root causes of inflammation and oxidative damage. The two biggest enemies of youthful skin. Would you ever try fasting as part of your skincare journey? I'd love to hear how you feel about combining nutrition, timing, and skincare for a more natural, radiant glow. After exploring how fasting impacts your skin hormones and inflammation, it's time to bring everything together and reveal the 5-1 fasting method that consistently delivers clearer skin and sustainable fat loss. Chaos of the 16-8 intermittent fasting approach with a strong focus on hydration and nutrient timing. This method isn't about deprivation, it's about giving your body structured periods of rest so it can repair, rebalance, and renew. As a dermatologist, I've seen countless patients notice not only smoother, calmer complexions, but also improved energy and metabolic health when they apply this approach consistently and safely. Here's how it works. You fast for 16 hours and eat within an 8-hour window. For example, you might finish dinner at 8 p.m. and eat your first meal at noon the next day. During the fasting period, your body's insulin levels drop, inflammation begins to calm, and autophagy, your cellular detox mechanism, activates. This is when your body clears damaged cells and toxins that can otherwise lead to breakouts and sluggish skin. The process reduces oil production, balances hormones, and supports your liver's natural detoxification. When combined with steady hydration, this approach gives your skin the inside-out glow that topical products alone can't achieve. The reason this method works so well for both skin and fat loss is a hormonal balance. Fasting helps regulate insulin, cortisol, and androgens, 3 hormones that directly affect your complexion. Lower insulin means fewer spikes in oil production and less chance of pore congestion. Steadier cortisol levels reduce stress-related breakouts, and calmer androgen activity helps prevent that deep cystic acne, now often triggered by hormonal fluctuations. When these hormones stabilize, inflammation drops throughout the body and your skin responds with less redness, fewer blemishes, and a brighter, more even tone. Hydration is the other key to making this fasting trick work. Many people underestimate how much water and electrolytes their skin needs during fasting. As your body burns stored energy, it also releases water and minerals. Without replenishment, your skin can appear dull, tight, or flaky. Drinking plenty of water, adding a pinch of sea salt or electrolyte mix, and eating water-rich foods like cucumbers, leafy greens, and berries during your eating window help maintain hydration from the inside out. Think of it as feeding your skin molecules, not just moisturizing it topically. There's also strong dermatology-backed evidence connecting fasting to skin clarity and longevity. Studies show that intermittent fasting reduces the systemic inflammation markers and boosts antioxidant defenses, helping your skin resist oxidative damage that causes premature aging. Other research links fasting to improved collagen maintenance, meaning smoother texture and reduced fine lines over time. Inflammation is at the root of both acne and aging. So when fasting lowers those inflammatory pathways, your skin not only clears but stays younger, looking longer. The 16 and 8 method is also practical for real life. It allows you to enjoy balanced meals without feeling restricted. During your eating window, focus on as anti-inflammatory foods, see lean proteins, omega-rich fats like salmon or avocado, and antioxidants from colorful vegetables. Avoiding refined sugars and processed snacks keeps your insulin response low, supporting everything fasting is designed to do. If you've been struggling with oily skin, hormonal acne, or dull texture, this balance of structured fasting and clean nutrition can be a game changer. From a skincare standpoint, you can align your routine with your fasting rhythm. During fasting hours, your body is detoxing and repairing, so your skincare should focus on support, gentle cleansing, hydrating serums with niacinamide ash or Ars hyaluronic acid, and light moisturizers that strengthen your barrier. During your eating window, when your body receives nutrients, you can use more active ingredients like S-vitamin C or S-retinoids to complement internal regeneration. Matching your skincare to your fasting phases creates harmony between internal and external renewal cycles. This is also where the mental shift happens. Fasting teaches your body balance, but it also teaches your skin patience. When you give your body the right timing, it stops reacting from stress and starts responding with clarity. Many people notice that their skin looks calmer and more radiant after a few weeks, not because they changed products, but because their internal systems finally aligned. It's the purest form of skincare, feeding your body with time instead of constant intake. Think of it this way: your skin is a mirror of your internal environment. Every cell is influenced by your metabolism, hormones, and hydration. When you fast intentionally, you give those systems time to synchronize, and that balance becomes visible as healthy, glowing skin. It's not a quick fix, it's a steady, sustainable shift that supports both your complexion and your overall wellness. To make this approach successful, start gradually. Try 12-hour fast and build up to 16 hours as your body adapts. Always listen to your signals. If you feel fatigued or overly dry, adjust your hydration or meal timing. The goal isn't perfection, it's consistency. When you combine mindful fasting with proper nutrition, rest, and gentle skincare, your results multiply. Your skin reflects your internal balance. Feed it with time, not just products. That's the real secret behind the 5-to-1 fasting trick. You're not depriving your body, you're giving it space to heal, recalibrate, and glow. Would you like a dermatologist-approved fasting meal plan? Below if yes, I'd love to help you design one that supports both your skin and your overall health.